And it's kind of inviting you to be more mindful of your focus and to ensure that whatever it is that you're thinking and processing is aligned with what you desire. When we see 1111, we call that the portal, right? The portal number. This is really, kind of like a sign of spiritual awakening. It's direct connection with the divine a lot of times. It's, kind of like a moment of high level alignment with your higher self. Very, very powerful. Now, if you're anxious and you're seeing a lot of ones, I have clients that deal with this. Sometimes they appear to kind of offer and bring comfort and reassurance to you that you are not walking your path alone. There's spirit guides, ancestors, transient spirit there to support you, and they want to reduce your feelings of fear and confusion through whatever you're working through. So I always find ones to be really good support numbers. If you're seeing a lot of those, you have a really good support team spiritually. Let's take a look at what I pulled up next. Ooh, what do we got here? Oh, when taking action, of course, I'm trying to help somebody to direct their power. They're trying to create something, and they're trying to manipulate or bend the environment to that will for that alignment. I may write down the petition on the back of the magician. I might burn the number one with rice paper, wrap all that up, and burn it in a sacred fire with the target's photo or the placing, targeting, something to kind of connect it for that attachment. But that's common and very simple. Symbolism. So, the number one, it's seen as a spark, really. It's a spark, it's a flame. Again, that cosmic egg, some practitioners use the cosmic egg in their craft. Um, and when I say cosmic egg, this is like a creation point. That's where all the other numbers and possibilities emerge, right? That's like when we talk about quantum tunneling and entanglement. Everything exists, but something has to open the door and something has to fall into existence and fall off into the nether, right? Um, so some traditions do favor specific numbers, especially primes 379 for rituals, but one is used a lot of times to kind of ground energy or start a sequence of manifestation. Um, so if it's a brand new goal, it's a brand new petition, you might want to bring one in, right? Because you're starting something, you're seeding something, you're sparking something. One is going to give power to that spark. So let me move this out of the way. It's that number one mindset, and they can be cutthroat if you get in their way, just like a life path one. So now the sun in numerology, the number one again is ruled by the sun. That signifies that independence, that leadership, that confidence I've been talking about tonight. It does represent manifestation, that taking action, that willpower, creating something from nothing. That's what one does. One comes in and it's like, hey, nothing else is here. Let's make some shit. To make a wish. Maybe it's time for me to start a new project. Because it indicates to me that the energy is in alignment with the universe right now for me to achieve what I'm wanting. So again, it represents a starting point, the seed of potential, encouraging you to step into your self-confidence to follow through this manifestation, right? Oftentimes ones are, kind of expressing like alignment with our soul purpose. So it can be interpreted as confirmation, right? Validation that you're on the right path by, whatever deity you're working with, your spirit guides. When we're looking at things like creation and leadership, the number one is associated with being a go-getter, right? An innovator, a leader. So if you're seeing a lot of ones, maybe it's time to apply for that promotion, or maybe it's time to go get that LLC, or, put that listing on To Do or Shopify or TikTok Shop, just not Etsy. I'm still salty. Um, Now, when we look at 111, this is oftentimes, not always, but oftentimes referred to as the wake up call synchronicity, the sign, right? So this is usually like a very powerful sign that your thoughts are manifesting almost instantly.